model? Well, we know, here's the points we know. We know at 0 time, it was 60 feet high. We know that the vertex is at 124. And because it's symmetric, that means 2 seconds to get to the top. It's going to take 2 more seconds to get back down to 60 feet. And let's see what happens there. Let's number this graph accordingly. I think we'll make this 2, 4, 6, and 20 here we'll do it. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160. Let's go with that. 0, 60. 2, 124. 4, 60. So from here, it's going to go up, make this parabola shape. That's going to be my maximum. That's the vertex. And then it will come back down. And I don't think we calculated the meaning of the vertex of this model. Well, here was my vertex. The meaning would be in 2 seconds, the ball will reach the maximum height of 124 feet. The number of international visitors to the United States can be modeled by this function. F of x equals 0.592x squared minus 3.277x plus 48.493, where x is the number of years after 2000. Does this model estimate a maximum or a minimum number of visitors during the period? How can you tell without graphing? Well, remember, we look at the a value, the x squared coefficient. Is this positive or negative? Since this is positive, we know that this parabola opens up, and so it will have a minimum because it will have a bottom. So how can we tell without graphing? We're told by looking at the a coefficient. Find the input and output of the vertex. Well, the vertex input is negative b over 2a, so we'll have negative negative 3.277, so that'll be positive 3.277 over 2 times 0.592. While grabbing my calculator, I find out that that equals 2.768 to the nearest 3 decimal places. And the output, I will be putting that value in, 0.592 times 2.768 squared minus 3.277 times 2.768 plus 48.493. Well, when I grab my calculator, I find out that to 3 decimal places, that is 43.958. So interpret those results. That means this x is years after 2000, so this would be 2003. Putting 2 at the end of the year was 3. So in 2003, a minimum, because we already determined this was a minimum, of 43.958 million international visitors. I'm going to add in here, there were. In 2003, there were a minimum of 43.958 million international visitors to the U.S. In general, the graph of the function y equals a times x minus h squared plus k is a parabola. Now this is another form of the y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, but only the a value here stayed the same. It's a parabola where its vertex is hk. Now notice it's subtracting the h and adding the k. It's important to know these two forms. The parabola opens upward if a is greater than 0, positive, and the vertex is a minimum. It opens downward if a is less than 0 or negative, and the vertex is a maximum. The axis of symmetry is x equals h, which again is the x value, or the negative b over 2a. A is the same as the leading coefficient of ax squared plus bx plus c, and it will be large, so the larger the value of the square root of a, or the absolute value of a, the narrower the parabola will be. A is smaller than 1, it will be fatter. If a is bigger than 1, absolute value, it will be skinnier.